This week on the Double T Insider, Texas Tech Athletics showed their support at the annual Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Double T Insider's Kiara Powell has more on this Lubbock community event. Red Raiders soccer is anchored by one of the top goalkeepers in the nation. Senior Victoria Esson is helping to keep Tech's defense at the #1 spot. Stay tuned for more about this New Zealand native. Later in the show, we're back with Red Raider Spotlight. This time we feature junior tight end Jace Amaro. Find out what excites him the most on the football field. And you won't want to miss On the Clock with Red Raider Volleyball. Keep it locked right here. This is the Double T Insider. Welcome into a brand new edition of the Double T Insider. I'm Erica Taylor alongside my co-host Justin Vincent, bringing you more access into Texas Tech athletics.
The annual Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure took place last weekend, and many Tech athletes came out to show their support. Double T Insider's Kiara Powell has more.
Tech athletics joined the community last weekend supporting the annual Race for the Cure with the goal of raising breast cancer awareness. It's the most prevalent cancer in the world today, with about 1.3 million people diagnosed annually, affecting people of all backgrounds. Lady Raider forward Kelsey Baker has witnessed the effects of the disease firsthand.
This is a great event. It hits home for me because my mom has breast cancer, so it's great to be out here with my teammates and have my coaches supporting me in that aspect. This is one of the best events of the year, I believe, and we love to do it, and we love having fun with it, and it's one of the things that we look forward to every year.
More than 8,000 people came together to participate in the event, with both men and women student athletes volunteering, including Tech basketball guard Jamal Williams.
I love it. I love being here with my teammates. I love the reaction we get from the kids when we appear here. It's just a good feeling to come here and give the community our support.
During the race, which consisted of a 5K run and a 1K walk, members of the Red Raider baseball team lined the streets, helping to direct runners while encouraging participants along the way.
We get to support breast cancer and show that Texas Tech baseball cares and Texas Tech University cares about more than just school or more than just baseball. It's kind of cool.
Feels really good. I mean, these guys, they get it. I mean, they're not entitled, and they get it that it's a privilege to play at Texas Tech, and we need to get out and support the people in the community.
I have a bunch of friends that have had family members that have struggled with this, and it definitely means a lot to me just to be able to show support in any way that we can.
Now in its 19th year in Lubbock, Race for the Cure is part of several national events held through the Susan G. Komen Foundation, and it serves as the primary fundraiser for breast cancer awareness and research.
The community does a lot for us as Red Raiders, as basketball players, and as students. So it's great to come out and support them. It's a bunch of strong people out here that dealt with things like a lot of hard events with their family, and it's great to come out and show them some support.
It's estimated somewhere between $75,000 and $175,000 was raised for cancer research during Lubbock's Race for the Cure. For the Double T Insider, I'm Kiara Powell.
Red Raider soccer has the #1 defense in the nation right now, and a lot of that success is owed to senior goalkeeper Victoria Esson. She's helped lead the team over the last 3 years. Double T Insider's Amy Hatcher has that story.
Back in New Zealand, the start of 2011, soccer kind of came to a bit of a halt for me in New Zealand representative-wise, so I thought I have an opportunity to go to the States still at the age I was. So once I found out I could transfer my university credit from New Zealand to America, that's kind of when I got the ball rolling, and I was looking in April to come in July, so that was a lot later than anyone else had probably ever done it before, but so that limited my opportunities in some ways because teams had already signed their players, but then it opened up doors for teams who had injuries or last minute people who couldn't play, so it worked for and against me.
We got our IT person in. I said, I know there's this kid from New Zealand who wrote us. You got to help me find it. And it was like January, and she'd written us in August or something. Well, I don't know if it was a gut feeling, it was more of a panic because our starting goalkeeper, we were just told, had potentially a career-ending back injury. We knew we had a good team coming in, and we were quickly concerned that we wouldn't have a starting goalkeeper that could, back up this group that we had defensively. And what we found was that she was just about to commit to one of two places. She had gone through the whole process with 2 other schools and was ready to make a decision, and we entered the picture literally at the last minute. So easily the last person to join that class was maybe the most important given the need we had at that point.
Yeah, I mentioned it to my mum first. I wanted to get her opinion, and it took her a little bit to come around to it, but once she came around to it, she was in full support. So then after that, it was just telling my dad, and that wasn't too bad. I didn't give him much choice.
We just had to make her comfortable. I spoke to her mom on the phone a couple times, just talked about the family atmosphere that we have here, that we had a position for a starting goalkeeper if she was good enough, and we thought she was. Spoke to her coaches a bunch. I mean, it was a long process squeezed into about a 3-week period.
I saw the opportunity here. There was really, Tom has built this program. He filled me in a little bit of what it was like when he first got here and things that he was trying to do to build the program up. And I tried to see the light at the end of the tunnel and really saw that this program was going places. So he took a gamble on me to bring me over here, and I guess I took a gamble on the program as well, not having visited Tech. But we came over here and it's really turned out to be even better than what I thought it was going to be. I didn't know a lot about soccer at the collegiate level when I first came here. I just knew it was of a good standard, and there's opportunity to play twice a week and training every day. So the staff are great here, they're enthusiastic, and also my teammates are awesome, and they're all helping me get better by the day. So I can only thank them for everything that's been going on.
Right away we were like, wow, this girl's got something special. And she's been to 3 world championships, with her youth national teams. So she's played at the highest level, very determined, plays with a chip on her shoulder. And what's been great about Vic is from the minute she got here, she's been the first one out of the locker room, the last one to leave the field, always working on her game, really intense, great role model and leader by example. I mean, there's been times when she has literally saved us from a tie or from a loss and made saves that I already thought were in the goal.
Being the last season, there's that extra incentive to just make every single game count. We all were told from the first game we ever played here for Texas Tech, make the most of it because the time goes so quickly here, and it is completely true.
It's bittersweet because on the sweet side, there's nobody we want in the goal right now than a 22-year-old mature international national team player who is all in for this program. So it's perfect to have her in goal right now. But the bitter part is it's going to be sad to see her go. I don't know if she'll stay in America. I don't know that she'll, how much we'll see her. And it'll be hard because every day for 3 years she's been the stalwart in goal with a great attitude and a smile on her face and ready to train. So, we feel very fortunate, but we are sad to see Vic go because she's been a program changer. We wouldn't be the team we are, the program we are today without her coming here.
We're coming back with another Red Raider Spotlight after the break. And later, find out the best tweets of the week involving Texas Tech athletics. But first, here's the Texas Tech trivia question of the week.
Which former member of the Texas Tech men's golf team holds the record for the best single-season stroke average? Is it A, Andrew Dresser, B, Chris Ward, C, David Bolden, or D, Oscar Florin? The answer to the Texas Tech trivia question of the week will be coming up later in the show. Stay tuned because after the break, we'll be back with more of the Double T Insider.
This is you. You want to be a director in Hollywood? Maybe you want to capture someone's attention on a 30-second spot. Maybe you'd rather be a social media manager, or you want to sit behind the World News Desk. You can do that here at the College of Media and Communication at Texas Tech University with a degree in advertising, electronic media, journalism, media strategies, or public relations. From here, it's possible.
Welcome back to the Double T Insider. This week we feature junior tight end Jace Amaro inside our Red Raider Spotlight. Find out why the 2013 football season means so much to him.
Jace Amaro, tight end, San Antonio, Texas. You know, I'm a real big alternative guy. I'd probably say, you know, Coldplay is probably one of my favorite, you know, kind of like John Mayer or, you know, I don't know, Maroon 5 or something similar type of music like that. You know, I've always liked soccer. You know, soccer was big for me. I played soccer all the way up to 8th grade, and you know, that really helped me with, you know, kind of transitioning to be a pretty quick guy on the football field. So I think I'd have to go with soccer. You know, I've always thought I was going to be a basketball player growing up. I really didn't play football until about my, you know, 8th grade freshman year, and honestly, I didn't even want to play football in middle school, and I kind of just, you know, played just because, you know, it was just a sport offered. But I thought I was just going to be, you know, a basketball guy going, and I didn't really realize that until my freshman year in high school, when I had a pretty, you know, good season, and I ended up being the starter on varsity next year at receiver. So that's how that kind of worked out. You know, I think people have the wrong image of, you know, Lubbock. I think it's a, you know, it's a great city. It's big enough. You know, it's one of the biggest cities in the Big 12 conference, and, you know, besides Austin, and you know, I've always been up here since I was a child. I have cousins up here that live up here, so I've always been around Tech and Lubbock, Texas. So it wasn't, you know, a big transition for me. I've always grown into it. You know, I just like how you can get around really quick everywhere. You know, there's a lot of space to roam around, and you know, it's not too big, but it's not too small, and you know, everyone, you know, revolves around Texas Tech and the football team. So that's really one of the better things about Lubbock. I think you know, one of the things that gets me the most fired up is when, you know, you just block somebody so hard that, you know, they fall to the ground, and, you know, they're kind of just laying there, you know, effortless. You know, they can't get up, and that's one of the things that, you know, you just kind of like dominated this guy, and you know, and you can rephrase that in so many ways. But I think that's, you know, the best thing that gets me fired up, and probably the team too. I'm just going out there and I'm trying to make every play that, you know, is thrown to me, and you know, we have, you know, one ultimate goal, and that's to win every single game and win the Big 12 championship and go from there. And you know, we've had that goal, and that's really the only goal that I have for myself. You know, it's a blessing, you know, to come back, and you know, you never want to get injured, and those things happen, but you know, it's a learning process that you can't take any game for granted, you can't take any play for granted, and I've learned a lot from sitting out, you know, 6 games last season, and it really helped me grow up and become a better player. I think the biggest thing is that, you know, everything can be taken, you know, from you so quickly. You know, you got to be happy about every situation. You know, everything's blessing every single day. You know, you got to go in with a great attitude about practice, a great attitude about each day. You know, no matter how, there's someone out there that probably could wish that they could walk, could see, you know, could even talk or get out of bed, and that's one thing that people, you know, take for granted is, you know, just the ability to live each day. And I think I took that to heart, because I was stuck in bed for almost 2 months, you know, not really able to do anything besides walk around. And you know, my injury hurt when I laughed, it hurt when I, you know, talked, when I ate, when I practically did anything. And it was just one of those things where it really moved me to be a better person, a better player, and you know, just have a, you know, better mindset about everything that goes on in your life.
Get those timers set for 60 seconds. This week, we're going on the clock with Red Raider volleyball player Nicole Rogel. Find out what dish she can make better than any of her teammates. Check it out.
Double T Insider here with Nicole Rogel, and we are going on the clock, the game where I give Nicole 10 different scenarios, and she has to answer them to the best of her ability, all in 60 seconds. Piece of cake, right?
Sure.
Okay. 60 seconds on the clock, please. All right. A food or dish I can make better than any of my teammates is?
Oh, breakfast burritos.
Something I can't wait to cross off my bucket list is?
Go to Australia.
The one thing I miss from my childhood is?
Oh, man. Playing outside with my dad.
If I had the choice to be invisible or read minds, I would pick?
Read minds.
My favorite TV show growing up was?
SpongeBob.
The one household chore that I hate to do is?
Cleaning baseboards.
A habit that I would like to break is?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. Biting my nails?
When I'm driving alone in my car, my favorite song to sing out loud is?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Anything country.
If I could instantly speak another language, it would be?
Greek.
The last movie I saw that made me cry was?
Oh gosh, so many of them. 42. Yeah.
How much time on the clock? Congratulations! 4 seconds.
Yes.
All right, you beat the clock. Thank you so much for playing. I'm Erica Taylor here with Nicole Rodgel, and we just went on the clock.
It's time to eliminate an answer from the Texas Tech Trivia question of the week. Earlier we asked, which former member of the Texas Tech men's golf team holds the record for the best single season stroke average? Your options were A, Andrew Dresser, B, Chris Ward, C, David Bolden, or D, Oscar Florin. The answer that is not correct is C, David Bolden. Look for the answer to the Texas Tech Trivia question of the week coming up later in the show. Don't touch that dial, because a Double T Insider will be right back after the break.
This is you. You want to be a director in Hollywood? Maybe you want to capture someone's attention on a 30-second spot. Maybe you'd rather be a social media manager, or you want to sit behind the World News desk. You can do that here at the College of Media and Communication at Texas Tech University with a degree in advertising, electronic media, journalism, media strategies, or public relations. From here, it's possible.
Every week, the Double T Insider picks the best tweets associated with Texas Tech athletics and airs them on our show. This week, we feature tweets about Texas Tech's victory at Kansas. After the game, wide receiver Jakeem Grant tweeted, 5-0. Nobody has seen this side of Texas Tech. Hashtag Big 12 champs. Quarterback Michael Brewer also tweeted saying, felt good to get out there again. It has been a very, very long time. Thanks for all the support from everyone. 5-0, hashtag guns up. Sophomore student Hannah Hip also tweeted saying, it's always nice when your backup quarterback comes in and throws a touchdown first play. Hashtag Davis Webb, hashtag Breck KU. Check back with us next week for more DTI tweets. Your tweet may just end up on our show.
All right, everyone, get ready to take notes. Here's a look at what's ahead for Texas Tech athletics.
Wednesday, Texas Tech volleyball will play against Kansas University in the United Spirit Arena. First set against the Jayhawks is set for 6 p.m. On Thursday, Lady Raider tennis will begin the ITA Texas Regional Tournament in Fort Worth. The tournament is expected to last all day and continue into next week. Saturday, Red Raider football will be in Morgantown, West Virginia, playing in a Big 12 showdown against the Mountaineers. Kickoff against West Virginia will be at 11 a.m. Also Saturday, Texas Tech volleyball will play Kansas State on the road in Manhattan. First set against the Wildcats is scheduled for 7 p.m. Saturday will kick off the first day of the men's tennis ITA Texas Regional Tournament. The tournament is expected to last all day and continue into the following week. Cross country will compete in the NCAA pre-national meet held at Terre Haute, Indiana on Saturday. Texas Tech runner Kennedy Kithaka remains unbeaten this season. Race times for the event are yet to be announced. Sunday, softball will be playing at home against West Texas A&M. This will be the 6th game on the Red Raiders softball fall schedule. First pitch is set for 7 p.m. Finally, men's golf will begin its first day of the Islesworth Collegiate Invitational on Sunday. The competition is expected to last all day.
And finally, here's the answer to the Texas Tech Trivia question of the week.
It's time to reveal the answer to the Texas Tech Trivia question of the week. Earlier we asked, which former member of the Texas Tech men's golf team holds the record for the best single season stroke average? Your options were A, Andrew Dresser, B, Chris Ward, or D, Oscar Florin. The correct answer is D, Oscar Florin. During the 2006-2007 season, Texas Tech men's golf player Oscar Florin set the record for the best stroke average in a single season with a 71.2 average. This has been your Texas Tech Trivia question of the week. Didn't get this week's answer right? No worries. Next week we'll be back with more Texas Tech Trivia, along with another edition of the Double T Insider.
Well, that's a wrap of this week's show for the Double T Insider. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to catch us next week as we feature a story on the Going Band.
And as always, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and search Double T Insider on YouTube to watch all of our episodes. For Erica Taylor, I'm Justin Vincent. Have a great week, everyone.